Hi friends, today's Business Standards first editorial is titled Rising External Uncertainties. It is dealing with the problems happening in India, the economic and financial problems happening in India due to the ongoing West Asian conflict, that is the Iran-US-Israel war. So, India is suffering multiple headaches due to this war. The main one, obviously, is the high oil price. Oil price is the main headache of which India exports 85% of the oil it consumes, and most of it is coming from the West Asian region where the war is currently happening. Now, the problem is that oil prices has increased to a very high price of $120 per barrel. Now the thing is that India decides to buy this oil even with this high price. Even so, the oil from the West Asia would not come to India because the Strait of Hormuz is closed, or it is almost like closed because no ships are going through the Straits of Hormuz, through which all the oils obviously comes to India. So this is happening in addition to other headaches for India that India already having, like the trade uncertainties with US deal has not yet been signed, and there is a surge in the balance of payment deficit. What is balance of payment? Balance of payment, broadly speaking, consists of current account, capital account, and a foreign exchange reserves. So current account mainly deals with our imports and export. India obviously imports more than we export, so there is a negative effect or there is a deficit in our current account. Capital account is mostly dealing with the foreigners coming to invest in India directly, as in factory setup or what, or indirectly through bonds and stocks, etc. So they bring in cash. So there is a surplus in the capital account. Usually, the current account, the deficit in the current account is financed by the capital account cash inflows. But when the capital account is also having a cash outflow, which is the situation now, cash outflow means the foreigners are leaving India. Then our foreign currency reserve money has to be used. So this depletes our reserve money, especially in a volatile situation like the war and all. So the foreign portfolio investors or the capital account people sold Indian stocks worth 22 billion since January last year due to the global uncertainty. While India has high foreign exchange reserves of 728 billion, a sustained deficit on the capital account will put pressure on the currency because people are leaving the Indian rupee and taking their foreign currency out of India. So, natural basic economic principle, the supply increases, demand reduces, so the price of the Indian rupee reduces. Now, the balance of payment deficit for the Q3 of 2025 was 24 billion, which is more than the Q2 deficit of 10.9 billion. So it means more and more foreign exchange currency reserves is being used. Economics expect CAD, the current account, that is our import-export deficit, of 1% of GDP this financial year. This could increase to 1.5% in 2026-2027. High energy prices affect government finances. How? Through possible tax cuts on the fuel or funding under recoveries. Since 2022, retail fuel prices has been at a constant rate despite what the oil price is in the global stage. So oil companies cannot fully pass on the increase in oil prices to the customers. So what it does is that it imports at high prices and is forced to sell at a subsidized price. This causes an under recovery. This is called under recovery, and the government through budget allocations gives the taxpayers money to these oil companies to partially offset this amount or under recovery. Government may also choose to cut its share of taxes on the fuel, that is VAT, etc., which means more money is left in the pocket of oil companies. Ultimately, the what the oil companies sell at the retail will be the same price, but if the government share is reduced, then these oil companies get more out of that total retail price. So even if the high cost of oil, suppose if the high cost of oil is passed on to the retailers prices and it affects common people like us, But the government finances will still be hurt because more allocation will be needed to fertilizer subsidy, because fertilizer production needs these oil and energy, and to keep the retail prices fixed for farmers. For example, urea prices has not changed in 2015, nearly 11 years. So in summary, despite India being a non-participant in the ongoing wars, it is still badly affected through the reduced currency reserves and increased expenditure for energy prices. So these are some stocks based you should look out based on this news. Thank you.